Member for Canberra.
Thank you, Speaker. This morning I had the great pleasure to join the Big Issue for their Parliamentary Street Soccer Cup. Teams from across Parliament participated in a round-robin competition on inflatable soccer pitches alongside a local street soccer team from here in Canberra. Now, I don't want to miss anyone, but I did see the member for Fremantle, the member for Moreton, the member for Burt, doing some excellent soccer this morning. There was also a team from Canberra Airport, there was a team from the Press Gallery and, of course, as I mentioned, the street soccer team from here in Canberra. I didn't actually play, but I was cheering them all on. It was a fun and fast-paced competition. We heard from Michael Wilson, a member of the Street Socceroos team, who represented Australia at the Homelessness World Cup earlier this year in Seoul, South Korea. Michael shared how profoundly street soccer had changed his life. It helped him overcome drug addiction, secure stable housing and find a sense of community, a critical factor for managing the stresses that he faced. And Michael's story is not unique. In fact, an incredible 98% of people surveyed through the street soccer program reported having a more positive outlook on life, while 96% said they felt motivated to improve or maintain their physical and mental health. Participants also showed significant improvements in accessing education, housing and employment. Many of us are familiar with the Big Issue and their outstanding work helping people experiencing homelessness find employment. By selling the Big Issue magazine, individuals can earn a meaningful income and gain valuable work experience. And many of us will be familiar with the vendors around our cities all around Australia. And it's also a fantastic magazine, and I'll just do a quick plug as well for their 2025 calendars that they're selling at the moment, which make a great Christmas present as well. Since 1996, this work has had a profound impact, putting $35 million into pockets of Australians experiencing disadvantage. Their subscription service also provides employment opportunities for women experiencing disadvantage, offering a critical pathway to financial independence. Despite the great work done by organisations like the Big Issue, homelessness remains a serious issue in Australia. Current estimates from the Australian Human Rights Commission reveal that 1 in 200 Australians lacks a safe, secure or affordable place to sleep each night. And there are, of course, many reasons why people find themselves in this situation. Poverty, unemployment and a shortage of affordable housing are major factors, and the leading causes of homelessness, however, is domestic and family violence. According to Homelessness Australia, 45% of women and girls experiencing homelessness cite domestic violence as the primary reason for their situation. Older women face particularly high rates of homelessness, often due to domestic violence compounded by systemic issues such as lower lifetime earnings and inadequate superannuation, leaving them financially vulnerable in retirement. And shockingly, 1/3 of people experiencing homelessness at any given time are young people under the age of 18. These young Australians often face insurmountable barriers to securing long-term accommodation, especially when family circumstances force them onto the streets. Experiencing homelessness is devastating, with profound impacts on mental and physical health. It disrupts education, creates gaps in employment and forces people to live without an income for extended periods. The longer someone is homeless, the harder it becomes for them to break the cycle. We have a responsibility to support people through these challenging periods and ensure that they have the help they need to rebuild their lives. Our government is increasing funding for homelessness services and advancing an ambitious housing agenda to ensure affordable housing is available for those who need it most. I'm proud that we have adopted the National Housing and Homelessness Plan to address this issue, but there is always more work to be done. Importantly, the impact of initiatives like street soccer demonstrates the critical role community plays in improving lives. But it's so important that governments are right behind them, laying the foundations to fight against poverty and the circumstances that lead people into homelessness. Across Australia and the world, street soccer has empowered thousands of players to reconnect with society, find stability and take steps towards a brighter future. And it was wonderful to meet with some of them this morning, and I wish all the people involved with the big issue and the vendors in my electorate of Canberra and around Australia, the very best with what they're doing, and encourage everyone next time they see one of the vendors to pick up a copy of the magazine or the Great 2025 calendar.